Hey ladies, today is September 25th, 2025, and I just wanted to let you all know the divine feminine dark goddess energy that I just received. So, you're going to be seeing a lot of men try to use these tactics against women, especially in this day and age, because a lot of men are seeing that it's not working. A lot of women do not want to be bothered with men these days. And so, what you're going to see is them trying to connect themselves to the divine feminine. They're going to try to tell you about yourself, about your place in the world, what you should and shouldn't be doing, if you should or should not have children, be married, all of these things. So it's something to keep an eye out for, because I'm starting to see men talk about divine feminine as if they are the feminine themselves. Now, is there a possibility that the man can tap into the divine feminine energy? Yes, but it has to be given access to, or permission granted to even access. You understand what I'm saying? So if he wasn't around women, if he wasn't taught by his mother how to actually appreciate women, he will not have access to this energy. So if you guys are familiar with pimp culture, pimps tried to do this back in like the 60s and 70s. They would put on flamboyant clothes, they would get their hair done, they would get their nails done, right? And it was all to attract feminine energies, because beautiful colors, pretty, shout out to Libra season, pretty aesthetics, this will attract women. And so a lot of males have used this over and over and over again. You guys should check out the book, The Art of Seduction by Robert Greene, if you haven't done so. I know it's super popular. I'm sure everybody have heard about this book, but also check out some more feminine books written by women, so that way you can understand how men show up and how men are warlocks and can be warlocks. They can also be referenced as dark lords, dark magicians, and they're all geared to want to deal with the woman, right? So they base their whole lives on women. They learn the feminine ways, they learn what women want, and they play into the fantasies of a lot of women, right? So in the art of seduction, they will be called like a rake or the dandelion, or for me, I would even call them, like I said, warlocks, dark magicians, dark lords, because their goal is to attach themselves to women, right? And to feed off of their energy. So now for other men who actually appreciates the divine feminine, who wants to cater to the divine feminine, they typically know how to treat women well, and they also tend to be more blessed by the divine feminine. They really don't get along with the male, because most of the time they're made fun of for their feminine ways. And so you can see this play out in different dynamics. And it's just something to really pay attention to. So that is all. Take care. One more thing, ladies, and I also noticed that a lot of men will try to speak as if the dark feminine has been traumatized since she was younger. And this is their way, again, of trying to latch trauma that outsiders would bring to the divine feminine, to the dark goddess, as if it's something that she is supposed to go through or is noble. Like, okay, it's honorable to suffer, it's honorable to go through this, go through that. So I don't listen to men when it comes to feminine energies, because a lot of them, they are only trying to attach themselves so that way they can benefit. They need the woman to benefit. So furthermore, when it comes to this divine dark goddess energy, a lot of the time we grew up confident, assertive, very bossy like. We kind of ran the show in our households growing up. So I don't understand why men are trying to attach drama and trauma to a woman's life, because in their head, I believe that it's still biblical. They want women to believe that they have to suffer in order to receive some reward or, celebration for suffering and the testimonies. And in reality, no, you don't have to do that. So a lot of us, like I said, we grew up probably even being tomboys. I was a tomboy growing up, and I was supported by the men around me when it comes to my masculine energy, and still is. So that is all. Take care.